Welcome, everyone. This is your teacher, Julian Marin, and today we're going to review Martes de Prueba number 1 for 7th grade in the year 2026. Thank you very much for watching. So now I'm going to start sharing my screen so we can see the test. So we have it right here. In purple, this is Martes de Prueba, number 1 for the 7th grade. And the first thing we need to do, as always, is try to identify what kind of exercise we are solving. In this case, we can see some gaps here in a short paragraph, and we see some options. In each one of these questions, we see 21 to 25, we have 4 different options of words that we should select, being the best according to the idea, according to the message, to choose the most appropriate one. And in these cases, the most difficult part of the exercise sometimes is to find 3 or 4 options that could fit. For instance, from a grammatical perspective, they could fit in a sentence. But then you need to evaluate other aspects like semantics, like the meaning, and also the register, meaning that depending on the nature of the text, we could be using one word or another that would fit the register, meaning if it is informal or if it is formal. So we will be selecting the different words. So we're going to start right now with this exercise, okay? So I'm going to increase the size in a way that we can see both the paragraph and we can see also the options, and we will be selecting them. Okay, so right here, we're going to start. Let me see if this is working. Yes, perfect. So we're talking about forests, right? And let's start with the first line. Forests are parts of the world that have a lot of trees. And then we start with the first question, 21. Let's analyze the options. We have any, we have much, we have some, and we have a little. And then we need to start the sentence with one of those words. But then it says, forests are smaller than others. Let's see which one works better. Any forests? No. Because then it would be singular, the first word to find there. Much forests are smaller than others. No. Some forests, a little. So we can cancel D, we can cancel B, and we can cancel A. And I'm selecting C as the correct option. So it will go like, some forests are smaller than others, but a popular characteristic of all forests is, then we find question 2. What is that popular characteristic? One of that it is to stand, to bear, to sustain, or to have. So this is one of those examples. In this sentence, to stand, lots of trees and vegetation. In this case, grammatically, the 4 options could work. So then we need to select semantically which is the one that is more appropriate. I will go with sustain, right? Because what are we talking about here? That forests sustain lots of trees and vegetation or plant life. Sustaining means that they harbor, right? They have all of this. It is essentially an ecosystem. So sustaining is a word that describes better what forests do with this, the plants, the animals, and the vegetation, and in general, plant life. So let's continue, and we will find in the first right part of this sentence, 23, and then we have in, at, on, or by, let's say. A forest. There are tons of different trees. Let's see. In a forest, that is the one that I select. And this is another example. If you say at a forest, on a forest, by a forest, grammatically they could work, but not semantic. We want to select always the most appropriate word. So in a forest, I mean inside the forest, right? There are tons of different trees, plants, and animals. Then it starts with animals in a forest range from different types of mammals, birds, and in 24 we have 4 options. This one is easy. Again, grammatically it could work. So we have mammals, birds, and buildings, insects, cars, people. So the correct option here would be insects, because it's the one that makes sense from the perspective of the meaning, right? The meaning of the sentence. Very good. So mammals, birds, and insects. Very good. Let's continue and we will find the last question. One of the most popular types of forests in the rain is the rainforest. So that is the most popular, rainforest. Other types of forests are deciduous forests, that is another kind, taiga forests, and over here we got the final question with coniferous forests. So we have essentially the most popular one, and then we have other 3 kinds of forests. So how can we finish this sentence with none, but, or and? Again, grammatically, anyone could work, but the only one that will be coherent would be the final one that would connect or finish the sentence with an and. Final, okay? Final option. So with this, we are finishing the review of this Martes de Prueba number 1 for 7th grade in the year 2026. I'm closing right here, and I thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting and educational. Please remember to subscribe, like, and promote the channel so other people can benefit from these reviews. Thank you very much. I hope to see you in the near future.